네. 오늘은요, 누구죠?
Today we have a clip sent to us from Rika from Germany.
That's right.
We haven't seen her in a while, right?
In a while.
I can't wait to hear what she has to say.
I can't wait라고 하는 표현, 기대된다라는 표현 아까 배웠었죠. 그런데 리카 씨가 한동안 안 나왔던 이유가 있습니다. She made an important decision.
Oh, what decision did she make?
We're gonna find out. 네, 어떤 중요한 결정을 내렸길래 그동안 바빴는지 한번 이야기를 들어볼까요?
All right, Rika 씨,
나와주세요.
나와주세요.
I'm currently in a room that isn't mine, and I'm living in a country that I wasn't born in or grew up in. And that is England, in the United Kingdom. Only 5 days ago, I ended everything in Berlin and I moved here. And that's a result of a very important life decision I made recently. I applied for a master because that's the next step I wanted to take, and I got accepted. So I packed up everything and ended up here in this temporary accommodation. And I think with any important life decision, there comes some fear and also nerves, and you're not sure once in a while if you're actually making the right decision. But I think exactly this feeling in the pit of your stomach is what's telling you that you are in fact doing the right thing. And for me, I can't wait for what this year has to offer, and I just want to start classes on Monday and enjoy the next 12 months of my life.
See? 네, 그래서 바빴던 거라고 합니다. 네, 그래서 5일 전에 이제 독일에서 영국으로 이사를 가서 지금 대학원 생활을 시작을 했는데 앞으로 영국에서 이야기를 이것저것 들려줄 것 같고요. 굉장히 중요한 결정이죠.
Yeah, that's a very important life decision. I'm glad that she made a decision, and I'm glad that she's looking forward to, the result of her decision.
네, and I'm glad that she made the decision this year so that we can talk about it here on the show.
Oh, well, that's also a thing to be glad about.
네, 생활영어를 위해서 딱 올해 유학을 하신 건 아니지만 일단 그 이야기를 들어봤고 개요까지 말을 했으니까 한 줄 한 줄 공부해 볼까요?
All right, so the first thing she says is I'm currently living in a room that isn't mine.
네.
I'm currently living in a room that isn't mine.
오늘 리카 씨의 문장들 자체가 굉장히 재미있고
Yeah.
좀 시적이에요.
I love
네.
the way that she talked this time.
It's a nice story.
It's a nice story.
We should publish it as a book.
We should.
정말로 문장들이 너무 좋은데 I'm currently in a room that isn't mine. 저는 제 방이 아닌 방에 현재 있습니다. 네, 어렵지 않죠? That isn't mine. That isn't my room인데 room 하기 싫으니까 isn't mine.
Right.
And
I'm living in a country that I wasn't born in or grew up in. And I'm living in a country that I wasn't born in or grew up in.
네, 그리고 저는 living in a country, 어떠한 나라에 살고 있습니다. That I wasn't born in, 제가 태어난 곳이 아닌 나라에 or grew up in, 자라지 않은 나라에 살고 있습니다. 즉 외국이라는 거죠. You're living
abroad.
in
a foreign
abroad.
country.
You're living in a country that you weren't born in or grew up in.
That's right. I'm living in Korea and I was born and raised in America.
그렇죠. 그래서 지금 외국에 와 있다라는 이야기를 이렇게 좀 색다르게 재미있는 문장으로 표현을 해준 거예요.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so let's find out where she is. And that is England in the United Kingdom. And that is England in the United Kingdom.
네, 바로 영국의 잉글랜드예요. 영국이라고 하면은 잉글랜드도 있고, the United Kingdom has many different countries.
That's true.
예, 그리고 독일에서 그렇게 멀리 간 건 아니네요. Not too far from
Right.
Germany. 프랑스 건너서 이렇게
Yep.
바다 건너서 간 건데, 그래도 외국이니까.
Of course.
네, 그리고 영국에 언제 갔을까요?
Only 5 days ago, I ended everything in Berlin and I moved here. Only 5 days ago, I ended everything in Berlin and I moved here.
네, 오래된 것도 아니고 바로 5일 전 일이죠.
와우.
5일 전에 I ended everything in Berlin. 이렇게 말하는 것 자체가 정말 설레이는 일일 것 같아요. I ended everything here.
I ended everything and started afresh in
그렇죠.
a new country. And you could also be speaking of relationships too. So like if you're dating someone, you could say, I ended everything to mean that you broke up.
Yeah, you ended everything with
That
someone.
person, yeah.
여기서는 I ended everything in Berlin. 베를린에서 살고 있었잖아요. 이곳이 이제 리카 씨의 고향이기도 하고 베를린에서의 모든 것을 끝내고 and I moved here. 이곳으로 이사를 왔어요. And here, of course,
England in the UK.
Yes. And then?
And that's a result of a very important life decision I made recently. And that's a result of a very important life decision I made recently.
That's a result. 어떤 결과죠. 무엇의 결과? Of a very, very important life decision I made recently. 최근에 make a decision이라고 하죠. 결정을 내린다라고 하는데 한국어로는 내리다, lower it. 그런데 영어로는 make, 만든다라고 하죠.
You make it. We make a lot of things. So
Yes.
when in doubt, just say make, and then someone might correct you later. But it's probably right if you say make.
한국어로는 전부 다 한다라고 하지만
Yeah.
뭐 동사가 애매하면 한다라고 하지만 영어로는 you make, take, and I
give,
guess
or have.
yeah, those
Make, take,
verbs.
give, or have.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
make, take, have a lot of things, maybe too many things.
Yeah.
그래서 최근에 내린 결정인데 life decision이라고 했어요. What is a life decision? How is it different from a decision?
Well, life decisions are usually bigger things like deciding to get married, where you're going to go to school, or
네.
moving abroad. They're more important and have more consequences as opposed to like regular decisions like what am I going to eat for dinner.
네.
That's not a life decision.
더 중요한 결정들을
Yeah.
life decision이라고 하는
Bigger
거죠.
ones, yeah.
그래서 치약이 두 개가 있는데 which toothpaste am I going to use?
It's not a life decision.
네.
But for jokes, sometimes we'll say it like that. We'll be like, I'm going through a crisis. I have to make a very important life decision. What? Should I have tacos or Korean food?
네, 좀 과장을 해서 농담을 할 때에는 인생의 중요한 결정을 내려야 돼 할 수 있겠지만 life decision은 이사, 뭐 취업, 결혼 등과 같은 것을 말합니다. Alright, so what did she do?
I applied for a master because that's the next step I wanted to take. I applied for a master because that's the next step I wanted to take.
석사 과정에 지원을 했다라는 표현을 이렇게 I applied for a master. So there are a bunch of ways that you can say this, right?
Yep, you can say you can say I applied for my master's. I applied for the master's program.
그렇죠.
I applied for my master's degree. There's so many ways to say
네,
it.
master's degree라고 하거나 master's program 이런 것들도 넣을 수 있는데 여기서는 그냥 master라고 했습니다.
Yeah.
석사 과정에 지원을 했는데 왜냐하면 because that's the next step. 그 다음 단계였거든요. I wanted to take. 그 전에 있었던 단계가 있었을 텐데 그 다음 단계로 제가 take 취하고 싶었던 일이었기 때문에 석사 과정에 지원을 했습니다. Alright?
So she applied and I got accepted. And I got accepted.
그리고 I got accepted. 저는 받아들여졌어요. 즉 합격했어요라는 말이죠. accepted 이것이 이제 여기서 쓰이고 있는데 이것을 명사로 바꾸면 if you turn it into a noun, it's acceptance.
Oh, acceptance, right. Okay. I got confused about 명사, 동사 really quickly.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
그래서 acceptance가 되는 거죠. So when you get accepted, 합격을 하게 되면은 합격 통지서를 받습니다.
You get an acceptance letter.
Exactly.
Acceptance letter.
acceptance letter, 합격 통지서. So she must have got the acceptance letter
Right.
either by mail or by email.
Email. These days they do it by email, I think.
Of course.
Yeah.
And then
So I packed up everything and ended up here in this temporary accommodation. So I packed up everything and ended up here in this temporary accommodation.
네, 그래서 저는 짐을 다 싸서 pack up everything, 짐을 싸는 거죠. And ended up here. 결국 이곳에 오게 되었다. 결과를 말할 때 end up in a certain place. In this temporary accommodation, 이곳 임시 숙소에 오게 된 거예요. So she's not going to live there for the whole year? I
For the
guess?
whole year, probably. Because, when you first move somewhere, before you find your permanent, accommodation, you have to stay in maybe some hotels
네.
or something like that.
그리고 유학을 사실 1년만 한다고 하더라도 영국은 1년짜리 석사 프로그램들이 많이 있기 때문에
Really?
Yeah, it's quite common. I think she might be actually just taking 1 year.
Okay. Because she mentioned 1 year later, and I was like, what? Isn't it like 2?
네, 영국 그렇더라고요. 그런데 1년 동안 살 곳이니까 자신의 고향과는 떨어진 곳에서 산다고 해서 그 1년간 살 집을 temporary accommodation이라고 부르진 않는 것 같아요.
Yeah.
You can call it your house, your place.
Your place, right.
Yeah.
So that's how we know. Maybe just a few days she'll be there.
Of course.
Yeah.
And then?
And I think with any important life decision,
네.
and I think with any important life decision,
네, 원래는 I think with any life decision이라고 하려다가
right,
중간에 그래, 중요한 거.
important.
인생의 어떤 중요한 결정이든지 간에 인생의 어떤 경로를 바꿀 수 있는 결정들이죠. 중요한 결정들이든 간에 what happens?
There comes some fear and also nerves.
그렇죠.
There comes some fear and also nerves.
There comes라고 하는 것은 그것이 온다. There is, there are 하고 같은 거예요. There comes.
There comes. There is some fear. You could say that as well.
네, 두려움이 다가오게 되고요. Some also nerves, 긴장감이 다가오게 되는
Yeah,
거죠.
nerves.
네.
You're going to be very nervous about it.
맞아요, 맞아요. nervous랑 같이 일맥상통하는 뜻이죠. 그래서 두려움이 느껴지고 긴장감이 느껴진다. 그래서 you will probably feel insecure, right?
Yeah, a little bit insecure and uncertain because
Yeah.
you never know what's going to happen.
So in the next line she says,
And you're not sure once in a while. And you're not sure once in a while.
그리고 once in a while, sometimes.
Sometimes you're
네.
not sure. Yeah.
네, 가끔은 you're not sure. Sure of what?
Sure of what happens in the next sentence.
I
but
see.
first, we have to take a look at the clip.
If you're actually making the right decision. If you're actually making the right decision.
네, 앞에 문장이 you're not sure라고 했고요. 확신이 안 선다. 근데 어떤 것에 대해서 확신이 안 선다고 했죠?
If you're actually making the right decision.
그렇죠.
If you're actually making the right decision.
네, 이 부분 if you are actually 이 부분이 연음이
Right.
되면서
If you're actually.
That's right. If you're actually 이 부분이 연음돼서 조금 어려울 수 있었습니다. If you're actually making the right decision 실제로 올바른 결정을 내리고 있는지 you're not sure once in a while.
Of course, that happens with any big life decision, I think.
네.
Yeah.
그리고 그 옳은 결정, 올바른 결정이라고 할 때 why do you say the right decision as opposed to a right decision?
Well, because in this case, it's very specific, right? With a thing, she wants to know, or she's probably thinking, was it the right decision I made to come to this school? There's only one, possible decision.
그렇죠. One possible right decision.
Right.
네. 사실 정답, 오답 이야기할 때 또는 전화 잘못 거셨습니다라고 할 때도 you have the wrong number라고 하는데
Right.
그럴 때도 you have a wrong number라고 하지 않아요.
Right. It's the
The.
number because there's this one number.
번호가 하나잖아요.
Yeah.
근데 그 번호가 틀렸으니까 the wrong number. 아무 사실 잘못된 번호들은 많이 있겠죠.
Of course.
There can be millions of wrong numbers.
Million.
그런데 그 중에 하나 아무거나 고르면 되는 것이 아니고 내 전화번호가 지금 상대방이 건
Right.
잘못된 번호이기 때문에 the wrong number인데 right하고 wrong은 이렇게 the right, the wrong 정말 자주 쓰입니다. 그래서 the 같이 자주 붙여주시고요. So let's hear this part two more times.
If you're actually making the right decision. If you're actually making the right decision.
And the next one also might be a little bit hard to listen to, so let's also watch another clip.
But I think exactly this feeling in the pit of your stomach is. But I think exactly this feeling in the pit of your stomach is.
뭐라고 말했죠? 좀 빨랐어요.
But I think exactly this feeling in the pit of your stomach is.
네.
But I think exactly this feeling in the pit of your stomach is.
네, 이거는 좀 빠르기도 빨랐고 이 표현을 아셔야만 들을 수 있는 부분인데 stomach는 들으셨을 것 같아요.
Right, stomach.
네, but I think 그러니까 앞에 나왔던 내용을 정리해 보자면 인생의 중요한 결정은 두려움이 느껴지고 확신이 없을 수도 있지만, but I think 제 생각에 exactly this feeling 딱 이 느낌.
Yeah.
어디에서 느껴지는?
In the stomach.
네, in which part of your stomach?
In the pit.
네. In
Of the stomach.
In the pit of your stomach. 사실은 이제 정확하게 가리키자면 명치를 가리켜요, 여기. This is the pit of my stomach.
Right.
Do you have the same thing in the same
The pit
spot?
of your stomach? Well, it should be.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
I mean, but your stomach's kind of like over here.
Yes. 그래서 명치를 가리키는데 이제 실제 정말 명치보다는
Right.
그 마음속,
Yeah.
in your heart.
Yeah. It's like kind of when you have that nervous feeling, it's like usually right in here somewhere or like right in here.
네네네.
Yeah.
한국어로는 가슴이 뛴다라고 하고 영어에서는 you say you have butterflies.
Yeah, butterflies in your stomach.
배 쪽으로 가는 경우도 있는데.
Or in your gut. You
In your
can say
gut.
you feel it in your gut.
네,
like,
위장에서. 그래서 이 가슴 속에서 느껴지는 이 기분이야말로라고 하는 부분이 in the pit of your stomach 연음돼서 빠르게.
in the pit of your stomach.
That's right.
In the pit of your stomach.
Let's hear that again.
But I think exactly this feeling in the pit of your stomach is. but I think exactly this feeling in the pit of your stomach is...
So, what is this feeling she has in the pit of her stomach, in her gut? What's telling you that you are, in fact, doing the right thing? What's telling you that you are, in fact, doing the right thing?
사실 이렇게 생각하기에는 좀 용기와 확신이 필요할 것 같아요. You need courage and conviction to think like this. Right? You know, you just have to believe it. 그래서 지금 가슴속에 느껴지는 이 명치에서 느껴지는 이 불안감, 막 불확실함 이것 자체가 what's telling you 이것이 말해주고 있는 거죠. That you are in fact 사실은 doing the right thing. 설레는 선택을 해야 된다 이런 이야기인 것 같아요. 올바른 일을 하고 있다고 이것 자체가 말을 해준다. Okay, so how does she feel?
And for me, I can't wait for what this year has to offer. And for me, I can't wait for what this year has to offer.
네, 여기에서 오늘의 핵심 표현의 그 구조를 보실 수 있죠. 아까는 season이었지만 여기는 year였습니다.
Year.
네, 그래서 and for me 그리고 저는 I can't wait 기대가 돼요. 기다릴 수 없어요. 너무 지금 신나기 때문에. For what this year has to offer. 이번 해에 있을 일들이 신난다, 기대가 된다 이런 이야기였죠. She's looking forward to what this year has
She's
to offer.
looking forward to.
All right, and then we have just one more sentence.
And I just want to start classes on Monday and enjoy the next 12 months of my life. And I just want to start classes on Monday and enjoy the next 12 months of my life.
I guess this was filmed before Monday?
Oh, probably.
Right? Because she's saying 빨리 월요일에 수업을 듣기 시작해. 이제 앞으로 12달, 12개월을 즐기고 싶다고 빨리 시작했으면 좋겠어요. Yeah, I just want to start classes on
I
Monday.
just want to start. I just want to finish. I'm looking forward to it. I'm so
네.
excited.
네, 기다릴 수 없다, 기대가 된다라고 이야기하면서 오늘의 이야기가 마무리가 되었습니다. Alright, so that was a beautiful story. I'm excited for her.
It was a beautiful story, and I'm very excited for her as well. But before we move on, we're going to take a look at it 2 more times. The first time with English subtitles and the second time without. So, let's watch.
I'm currently in a room that isn't mine, and I'm living in a country that I wasn't born in or grew up in. And that is England, in the United Kingdom. Only 5 days ago, I ended everything in Berlin and I moved here. And that's a result of a very important life decision I made recently. I applied for a master because that's the next step I wanted to take, and I got accepted. So I packed up everything and ended up here in this temporary accommodation. And I think with any important life decision, there comes some fear and also nerves, and you're not sure once in a while if you're actually making the right decision. But I think exactly this feeling in the pit of your stomach is what's telling you that you are, in fact, doing the right thing. And for me, I can't wait for what this year has to offer, and I just want to start classes on Monday and enjoy the next 12 months of my life. I'm currently in a room that isn't mine, and I'm living in a country that I wasn't born in or grew up in. And that is England, in the United Kingdom. Only 5 days ago, I ended everything in Berlin and I moved here. And that's a result of a very important life decision I made recently. I applied for a master because that's the next step I wanted to take, and I got accepted. So I packed up everything and ended up here in this temporary accommodation. And I think with any important life decision, there comes some fear and also nerves, and you're not sure once in a while if you're actually making the right decision. But I think exactly this feeling in the pit of your stomach is what's telling you that you are, in fact, doing the right thing. And for me, I can't wait for what this year has to offer, and I just want to start classes on Monday and enjoy the next 12 months of my life.
Okay, so thanks so much, Rika, for sharing your story, and we are so happy for you. Do well.
네, 잘 하시기를 바라고요. 오늘도 재미있는 표현 하나 또 소개해 보러 갈까요?
Okay, it's time for Street
Smart.